Howdy remarketing fans, and welcome back. As we've mentioned before, building remarketing audiences in Google AdWords as opposed to building them in Google Analytics primarily consists of URL-based remarketing audiences. In the Google Analytics display builder, we had all these different attributes available to us like goals, events, page depth, number of visits, time on site, conversion path, so on and so forth. But with AdWords, it really simplifies the process and it gives us the ability to create remarketing audiences based on URLs. I'd imagine for most of you, building remarketing audiences based on URLs is a really great place to start. If the Google Analytics audience builder is maybe overwhelming, you might not have been tracking data in Google Analytics for a while. You might have had the remarketing tag from AdWords on your website before you were tracking analytics, and you might be just strapped for time and you want to throw together some simple remarketing audiences. So AdWords is a great place to do that. Let's pull up a slide from one of our earlier lectures where we were initially building out and planning and developing our remarketing audiences. Some of the audiences here are not going to be able to be created inside Google AdWords alone. For example, we have the people section plus 2 minutes time on site. 2 minutes time on site is not something we're going to be able to track. Number of page views like we have down here, that's not something we're going to be able to track either. But a lot of the positive remarketing audiences and the negative lists that we wanted to create here, we will be able to create inside Google AdWords. For example, we could track people who came to the education section. We could track people who visited the Ally toolbar page. We can create negative lists, having anybody who submitted a contact form would be excluded. So while we're not able to do everything that you might have wanted to do with your remarketing list, you could do quite a bit inside Google AdWords. Let me give you a few different ideas for URL-based remarketing lists. These are just some basic recipes. They're not necessarily going to be the remarketing lists that you guys use, but it might give you a good place to start, and you can come back and reference this slide when you're building your remarketing audiences inside Google AdWords. You could do something like all homepage visitors, contact us page visitors, so anybody who came to the contact us page but did not fill out a contact form. Visitors of a certain service page who did not view another service page. That's a popular recipe. Same thing could apply for products. Visitors of an ebook case study download page that didn't actually convert. Visitors who added items to their cart. That's a very highly engaged audience. You might want to remarket to those people to get them to come back. You might want to give them a 10% coupon. Keep in mind, where is that person in the funnel and what stage in the funnel do you want that visitor to be in after they interact with that remarketing ad. Visitors who began the checkout process. They might have not only added something to their cart, but they actually began the checkout process but did not complete the checkout process. Visitors who read a blog post who did not visit a contact page. So you might have people come into your blog, less engaged. You might want to spend less money on a remarketing audience like that. Visitors of a specific product category. Visitors of a specific product, but who did not add that item to their cart or add any item to their cart. So you would have anybody who did not reach the cart URL page. Visitors who completed a checkout. Visitors who submitted a contact form. Visitors who downloaded a free resource. They actually, not only did they come to the resource page, they actually downloaded, they hit that thank you page URL. Visitors who did not reach a contact page. So you might want to have a remarketing campaign focus on getting them to actually submit a contact form or give you a phone call. Visitors to any service or product pages as opposed to just the general informational or about us pages or the testimonial pages on your site. So as you can see, these are just a few different popular ideas, and you could really take this much further by using all these ideas in combination with one another. Keep in mind, anything that's URL based is fair game for Google AdWords remarketing audience. You can create combinations, as you will see once we go into the AdWords dashboard in the next lecture. Visitors of a page who also visited another page. Visitors of a page who did not visit another page. You could combine complete audiences with other audiences to create positive and negative exclusion lists. And we're going to walk through doing all that and setting that all up in the next lecture. But this was just to give you a basic overview to encourage you to use the Google AdWords Audience Builder if you want to. It's a very quick, easy, and effective way to set up some powerful and useful remarketing audiences right within the Google AdWords dashboard using the Google AdWords tag that you've put on your website. And keep in mind, as you I'm sure already know, if you're tracking data with the Google Analytics tag, you're not going to be able to create these audiences inside AdWords unless the actual AdWords remarketing tag is also collecting data or is collecting data without the Analytics tag. Remember, those are two separate tags. They track data in two separate ways, And that data is going to be available to you whether it's in Google Analytics or Google AdWords, respectively. So I look forward to talking to you guys soon in the next lecture where we actually go into AdWords and we start building out those remarketing audiences right then and there. Talk to you guys soon.